That's okay. Maybe I can try to recap and then you can take it from there.
Okay.
So you don't have to tell the whole story over again.
Alrighty, good.
Yeah. Okay. So, what year was it?
1980.
1980. And mom was just a little girl and Susie
Yes.
was an infant.
Well, she was maybe a couple years old.
Right. And she was sleeping and you were waiting for Doug to get home. How old was Doug?
He's 5 years
12,
old.
maybe about 12.
12. And then you get a call from the manager of your apartment complex saying that they have something really important to talk to you about, and you say, "Oh, okay, wait for my son to get here so I can, he can watch the kids." And then he gets there, you tell him to watch the kids, and then you go to the apartment complex, and when you get there, this big white van
It's a car.
blocks you in, and these three huge guys wearing suits come to your car, and they say, "We're with the FBI."
Yes.
And
After they asked my name. Yes.
yeah, after they ask for your name, then they take you up. Well,
Into the office of the
okay,
apartment complex.
and the manager, your friend, coworker,
He was a manager, but he was our friend. Yeah.
and he's terrified. He's trembling, and he's making a mess of your coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're just wondering what is going on, and you at first assumed that Grandpa did something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't be me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start showing you pictures of six women,
Mm-hmm.
and the one they said, like, "Is this you?" And it's a Latina woman who's 4 inches taller than you, uh, has black hair, just looks nothing like you.
Brown eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're obviously like, "No, that's clearly not me." And then where did it go from there?
Okay, well, they asked me a few more questions and about the car. What it was is that we had traded in our car
Mm-hmm.
a few days before that. And the car lot was supposed to take the title and send it into the state, the title transfer, and they didn't. So the car that was in my name was still on the lot, the car lot, and some lady bought it. So unfortunately, the lady who bought it was stopped a few days later on I-5 in Seattle, and they identified her as being part of this George Jackson Brigade, which was at the time terrorist bank robbers that were around the Seattle and Portland area. And they were very dangerous. So this is why I found it later. I had all these big men around me. Anyway, so what he said was that when they ran the plate on the car, it came back to Patricia Alexander and my address. So they thought, okay, well, this person that was driving the car wasn't me. So they came to me because they knew that she was George Jackson Brigade. Anyway, so they decide, okay, well, what I didn't know at the time was that they had sent FBI down to my husband's work. And they took him came in, big FBI guys, and took him from his workstation, took him into the back office and grilled him on, well, how well did he know me? How many years had me doing? Was I ever aggressive? Was I the same questions they asked my apartment manager, Emil. Anyway, so they were convinced that he didn't know anything. So they said, all right, let's drive back to your house. I said, because I have children at home. So they followed me back to my house and they came in with me and they did not sit down. They just stood there. I sat down because my knees were trembling. And they said they had to wait for the report to come back from my husband. And there was another person that they were waiting for. Well, so they're, by that time they know they've got the wrong person. So here comes they got the call from my husband's work saying no, that they cleared him. And then a lady FBI agent came in. She told me, she said she was the only female FBI agent in the Pacific Northwest. This was in about 1980. So, if maybe 79. Anyway, I never got an apology.
Formal or otherwise?
No apology at all. The best I got was, well, we're just doing our job. These are dangerous people, and we were just doing our job. Okay. And then they left. And I was totally freaked out. All of my neighbors knew something was going on, because apparently before my son got home, the SWAT team was surrounded my backyard in the apartment complex. They were ready to shoot smoke grenades into my house. Emil is begging them, please don't do that. There's children in there. You've got the wrong people. Don't do that. Because somebody's gonna get hurt. So that's when they let him call me. But before that, they were ready to storm my house with my children.
With my mom.
That's your mom.
my
mom, and
how old were you?
I don't remember it.
No, she did. Yeah, yeah.
They kept it pretty low key, because you would think I would have been maybe 7 or something.
Yeah, something like that. But maybe 7, maybe 6, 7. But no, it was pretty awful. and yeah, then the neighbors are looking out their windows and everything, wondering, what's going on. What did the Alexanders do? That they have all the SWAT team. My God, what do we have for neighbors? It was just, yeah. It was very traumatic.
Then having to go behind and explain to all the neighbors.
Right. And then explain.
They confused me with a terrorist
Yeah.
because a terrorist bought my
Hispanic
car.
terrorist.
All because that car lot didn't do their job.
All because the car lot did not do their job. Yeah, that was, yeah. And then later on that day, your grandfather and I, we worked at, it was a Friday night, because we worked at the auction house. So we had to go down to the auction house and do our jobs there. And mine was filling out tickets and everything, trying to do it right. Well, in my mind's still swirling away at all these things, and I'm still trying to do a job.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun either.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's that's me.
Running with the law.
Away from the law.
The big law.
Big.
Not even the cops.
I know. That was the thing.